It's only sensible that before explaining how to celebrate the Mad God's Day, I first elaborate on who is the Mad God. And you might laugh because the answer is ridiculously simple. Because the Mad God is you. Yes, you are the Mad God. It's all about you. Let me elaborate. One who is a god meets some criteria. First of all, God is a creator and editor. He can make stuff or change their characteristics, and it is possible to observe his actions and their results. Mania and dementia govern a person's obsessions, and under influence of an obsession, a person proceeds to creative activity. Madness, as a creative impulse, is on its own pretty much incapable of anything. However, it has potential energy. It requires a mind in order to turn its potential energy into kinetic energy. The process of transformation of potential energy into kinetic energy is not a question of possibility, but a question of time. So, at some point, madness takes hold of mind. Itself, it has no willpower and no desire. But the mind of a person has these things. So, madness is a necessary fuel. Think about it as so. A body is a rocket, a mind is a pilot, and madness, the creative impulse, is the rocket fuel. Madness gives an impulse, the mind chooses the direction, and the body cannot stop until the entire process is finished. A person under influence of madness performs actions in spirit of mania or dementia. Their actions make change in objects and slash or the environments and are possible to physically observe. This means that synergy of madness and a mind, which results in creation of a mad mind, is to be considered a mad god. It is a temporary state of being, and it continues for the duration of their activity under the impulses generated by their obsessions. And now you know what the Mad God is. The reason to celebrate a Mad God's Day is to raise awareness about our obsessions, invoke madness so it could bring any change, at least ritualistically, and of course, it's for the sake of unity with the community. Now for the steps how to celebrate the Mad God's Day. The celebration of the Mad God's Day happens every full moon and consists of acknowledgement or invocation, creation, destruction, celebration, and conclusion or ritualistic evocation. Now I will cover each stage. First, you are to light a flame. Its symbolic meaning is that you set your mind on fire. You allow the ignition of the engine. It is a metaphorical start for the actual process of transformation of potential energy of madness into kinetic energy of actions of your body. Creation. You are supposed to make an object or make changes to an object. This way you demonstrate the positive manifestation of your divinity. Destruction is pretty self-explanatory. You are supposed to destroy something or kill a living being. An important side note: if you destroy what you created in the stage of, well, creation, then you ritualistically show your alignment with dementia, because people associate with what they create. Thus, destroying your creation is a metaphor to masochism, which is demented. Destruction of an unrelated object or creature is manic, because it is a metaphor to enjoyment of destruction, and thus it is aesthetic pleasure, which is maniac. Both creation and destruction are manifestations of your mad divinity. Celebration. In this part, in this stage, you are supposed to indulge into any of your obsessions. Formal demonstration of your divinity is over, and now it's time for the actual demonstration. And here, no specific instructions or commands can be possibly given to you. It's your day. You are the mad god, damn it. And finally, conclusion. You are to make fire and make a wish. And then you are supposed to let the flame go on its own. While it's fine to extinguish a flame during the stage of acknowledgement, in the stage of conclusion, you're supposed to let the flame go out on its own. The symbolism behind it is to allow the flame to lead you until its job is done, or at least until its resources are exhausted. Either way, it is symbol of trust in the way madness operates and manifests things into existence. Through you, of course. Alright, this is all for explanation on who is the Mad God, you, and for explanation on how to celebrate the Mad God's Day. I think I've done a very good job. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope you a happy and merry Mad God's Day. And before you click away, one message for you in the spirit of mania. Do you want such a fancy staff as I have? It's my staff of a priest. Do you want one yourself? Well, make it. That's right, carve it out of wood by your hands and by a pocket knife or anything else. You have hands to make beautiful stuffs. What else do you have hands for? Masturbate? Cut your hand off if you don't make anything creative with your hand.